Hi guys, I'm Holly. I'm the queen. No, fuck. I'm getting nervous because my dad's watching.
No, you do this every week. This isn't because he's here. You just do this anyway.
Okay, fine. Hi guys, I'm Holly. I'm the queen of Lousy Advice. I've given it, I've taken it, I've ignored it, I've shoved it, whatever else. And I just thought podcasts are all about giving lousy advice, really, aren't they? So I thought maybe we could add some more into that. Now, you might be wondering who's here next to me. That is my tiny, weeny little intern, Rory. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, Rory here. Kingtern, 6'2", not tiny, massive.
I'm going to keep that short and sweet because basically we asked for feedback on this podcast to people, and then I actually read the feedback, and then suddenly now I'm a crumb and I'm like, oh my God, we need to change everything. And someone said that intro takes too long. This week we have got our first guest.
Woo!
Which is very exciting. It's a man. He's
Can we describe the man?
why don't you describe the man that's coming on the show? He's an internet sensation.
Yeah.
He would describe himself.
Yeah. Maybe how he described himself is internet sensation, incredibly funny, incredibly good looking, bit of a Boris Johnson lookalike.
Anyway, that guest will be coming on in a little bit, so you've got that to look forward to. So before we get into that, we thought we'd have
He's just busy doing his hair and makeup, isn't he?
Yeah,
We'll
and he's doing a few like chest press or something before he gets on.
I saw him staring in the mirror in the bathroom, just talking to himself, saying his affirmations.
He does like to do that.
Yeah.
He is an affirmation queen. Before we get him on, we're going to do a little bit of general chit chat. But also, I just want to say, this is actually our guest. This is a world exclusive of him being on any podcast.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's pretty big time.
This is serious scoop. But also, please bear with him on his first ever performance. Luckily, we've got editing, so we can cut a lot of it out. But to begin with, we're going to have a little bit of casual chit-chat. Do you know what I mean? So, Rory,
sounds good.
What casual stuff have you been up to recently?
Well, related to what you were just talking about, so you said, we'd asked our kind listeners and viewers for some feedback to work out what they like, what they don't like.
Yeah.
Did a couple of polls. Turns out everyone hates knickers in a twist. What the hell?
Yeah.
The one you did a poll, what's your favourite? It got like 6%. And then what's your least favourite? It was like 90% knickers in a twist.
Everyone hates knickers in a twist.
People know how long I spent building that contraption. I was actually on that for about, I don't know how long, 3 months putting it together.
Yeah, you could say
it's
that.
My pride and joy. And then everyone says they actually hate it. So now Holly says we can't do it anymore.
No.
So I hope you're happy with yourselves.
No, knickers in a twist is staying, but it's not staying with you standing up there and like actually doing the drilling.
That was the main bit. That was so fun.
You did take quite a long time, and it was all a bit slow, and you never offered anything good, and you were getting cut half the time. So I do actually think that is fair enough. Like even Chris, our editor, was like, cuts Rory out half the time.
Sorry, no, that's just wrong. So everyone who hopefully has watched last week's episode will have noticed that you got cut and I didn't. So I think after that happened, I think now Holly's then just fixed these votes to make sure we get rid of knickers in a twist because she can't face getting cut out again.
Yeah, sorry. For people, to kind of explain that situation, we film this and then Chris edits it. And when he's editing, if there's any bits that are boring or like not interesting, he cuts them out. So most of the time it's Rory that gets cut, but last week I got a taste of my medicine.
Holly's thrown a tantrum, voted against knickers in a twist, and now I'm not allowed to do it anymore. Brilliant.
Yeah, well, okay, so that's your first bit of casual chit-chat.
Yeah, but thanks for the feedback. Appreciate the feedback. We're taking the feedback on board.
Yeah.
In future, if you could do feedback which is a bit kinder towards the Kingtern, that'd be great. Thanks.
I'm actually so boring. Like I've written on here, I've got a heated error and it's changing my life. Like how did I think that was going to be a conversation starter?
So as mentioned before, a lot of what Holly says gets cut, and that probably has also just been cut.
But I do actually think that is, no, actually don't cut this. Getting a heated error, honestly, is absolutely life-changing. Like being able to put you're right. This doesn't need to be discussed.
No, it's fine.
Further.
I mean...
But I don't know how we elaborate on that, do you? Do you? Like where was I going with that? Like I think I just wanted to tell someone I didn't know who.
Holly, what did you do before you had the heated error? How was life before then? Maybe we have slow-mo, black and white, like this. Life before heated error.
No, maybe I'm just showing off. I'm like, look, I splashed the cash, got heated error, and you didn't. Okay, one of my main things I've got is a few like business things. So me and Rory have been in serious business mode the last few weeks. So to try and promote this podcast, I go on other people's podcasts and kind of chat shit on there. And we went
and also
on one.
Forget to mention this podcast every time she goes on the podcast.
Yeah, I literally never mention it.
So it's completely pointless.
You're right. We went on one last week, and it was an absolute kind of calamity, I'd say.
Yeah.
So we run this podcast, and it basically is where you talk about your Amazon purchases. And I kind of presumed that before you go on, you would in some way, like, either you'd send them a list of like, here are things on my Amazon that I don't mind you talking about, or it'd be that you can archive things. They don't see everything you've ever ordered. However, I got there, this matey was like, you need to just enter your password. I'm going to have your Amazon, like, all the way back from 2019, and then I'm just going to go through everything and talk about it. But before we got there, I was like, what do you mean? I don't want you seeing everything I've ever ordered.
Because she's ordered some weird stuff.
No, I haven't. There was things on there that I was like, oh my God, is he going to bring that up? Luckily he didn't, and he just talked about things that were just pointless. But I went in there and I was like, that's so weird. There's this random man that
Holly
I don't
had
know.
a full panic attack before we went in.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole way
Tears.
there. So it's like an hour journey, the whole way there, panic attack. We're waiting outside, panic attack, cry.
Yeah.
For a good 10 minutes. And we're like, you need to get on there now. And you wiping off the tears. To be fair to you, she put on a show.
Yeah, I did. I
It was
turned
like
it
some
around.
serious masking. It was
I
pretty
know.
impressive.
I literally went like Rory, something like, I just think it's going to be awkward. And I was like, hey guys. And he was loving it. So it was actually all right.
Yeah.
Because there were certain things on there I was like, I don't really mind. I really thought he was going to bring up the piles cream or like stuff like that. But he just skipped
you'd
over
recently bought that toilet thing where you put your legs up. Sorry, for those listening, I'm lifting my legs in the air as if I don't know what I'm doing,
it's like
squatting
an
more on the toilet.
potty thing so that you can like poo, but your feet are like near a nips kind of vibe. Like you're really right up. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really blowing me away.
It works. I've not used it.
Yeah, no, it's good. You not used it?
No, I don't need to. It just comes out.
Oh, there's too much. There's nothing on that podcast. All I talked about was poo, so I'm actually not going to do that here.
Yeah, also last week all we spoke about was poo at the start as well. Maybe we should stop talking about poo as much.
It's a cheap laugh, isn't it? Like,
Get in the comments, if you like the poo talk, let us know. If you don't like the poo talk, let us know, and then we can do more or less poo talk.
Anyway, talking of business, other than the podcast that I nearly crumbed before going in, we've got a sniff of our first brand deal, which I know saying this, I'm going to jinx it.
It's pretty big time.
But
it is just a sniff.
It's just a sniff. We don't actually know, but we're pretty excited about it. So if you see us doing 10 reels about a random product,
I'm very excited about it. Yeah, and if you do see us doing it, if you could please like, comment, whatever it is, poke, share.
No, it's not poke.
Just give it as much support as possible. Yeah. Because if you do that, then every brand will want to sponsor us. And we'll be millionaires. You could potentially be a millionaire too one day. So just keep supporting us and we'll enjoy it.
It sounds a bit like we're doing an MLM scheme there.
Yeah,
like,
we are.
We'll be a millionaire, then we'll get you a...
Maybe we could do that. Should we set up a Lousy Advice pyramid scheme?
That's a really good idea.
So
can you action that?
We could turn them into lousy coaches.
Yes.
So everyone becomes a coach, like a Lousy Advice life coach. Yeah. They pay us £500 to learn how to do it. And then people beneath them pay them for £500. We get £400. This is actually
perfect. What is the point? We don't even have to do this anymore then.
Yeah, because people are talking about Patreon, but for that, we need to like work out what content we're going to give them. Whereas for this sounds pretty easy. We just write some mumbo jumbo course. People will sign up to it, and then we'll just sit there doing nothing, and they'll just keep going out, and there'll be loads of lousy coaches. By doing that, they'll be listening to the podcast probably. Yeah. And then also we'll be getting paid a load of money.
I think that's actually such a good idea. I don't know how I didn't think of that. Well done, intern. But another thing as well, we're opening a shop for you guys at home. You can see that things are getting tough out here. Yeah. And we're going to be selling...
feet pics.
Yeah, I wish. We're going to be selling our mugs. So we're going to start a Lousy shop. It might already be live now. Do you think so?
No way.
Do you think?
There's no way in hell it's going to be live now.
Okay, fine. In a dream world, it might be live, and you can get yourself a mug. So either if you're watching now, you'll be able to see them. Well, should I model them for you?
Because we did that video on socials a few weeks ago where Holly gave a tour of the set and she spoke about these mugs. We got a great reaction. Thank you very much for everyone that was loving the mugs.
Can't believe it.
So they're not, I mean, these ones are a bit basic because obviously we just typed it out and got them made. Whereas what we're going to do with them going forwards, Holly has created some cool designs. They're going to have the Lousy logo on, and you are going to love them.
Yeah.
Please buy them.
This one says, actually, it doesn't sound funny if I read it out, so I'm not going to. You have to look at that later on. So yeah, that's my main thing, that we're doing serious business. I've got my heated era. We went on the podcast and I cried, and we got a sniff of our first brand deal. That's absolutely everything. Yeah.
Is that enough casual chit chat, do you think, before we...
Well, we're going to bring on our guest and see if he's got anything that he's been up to this week. Okay. So...
Shall I go off to the makeup room and see if he's ready?
Yeah. Go and see if he's ready to come on. Dad doesn't like eye contact anyway, so it'll be all right.
Don't tell me what I like and dislike.
Do you like eye contact?
No, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, right. Our special guest has arrived in the studio with us right now. Let's give him a brief introduction. This is the man that has used the same spoon for 25 years. Is it longer than that?
It's over 40 years, actually.
This is the man that hates eye contact, but he loves planes, he loves porridge, and he loves paddle. That's pretty good.
And something else as well.
What?
I love gadgets.
And he loves gadgets. This is my dad, Nigel Morris.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much for inviting me. It's a real privilege to be invited.
It didn't seem like that when we asked you yesterday. You were and ahhed about it for hours.
I wasn't quite
I'll come
sure
if I have to.
I wasn't quite sure what was coming. But now I'm feeling slightly more relaxed. Not very relaxed, but slightly more relaxed.
Yeah, I said to Dad, like, oh, do you want to come on the podcast? Initially, he was like, let me check my schedule. He doesn't do anything on a Tuesday, so he wasn't.
I do. I dog sit on a Tuesday.
Okay, the dog stays at home on a Tuesday.
No,
that's what he does.
No, the dog goes to the dog sitters on a Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you do.
All Nigel has to do on a Tuesday is open the door to the dog sitter to take the dog.
No, I had to prepare her dinner for when she arrives home between 4 and 5.
You prepared the dog's dinner.
I had to.
What does
prepare
that
the dog's
involve?
dinner. Well, it means I have to go to the fridge, have to take out the dog's dinner, and then I have to put some other mints on top of it because that's what she likes.
Oh, so you're actually better at making dog's dinner than human dinner then, by the sound of things.
I just can't make human dinner at all. No, I'm absolutely shit hot at dog's dinner.
I'm not so train of thought. So luckily, Dad had a very busy schedule today of making Luna's dinner at 4 p.m. And this is, for context, we're filming this at 10 a.m.
Yeah. So I had to put the television on for Luna before I left.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be there on her own for some time.
Yeah, for
So
a couple of
I
hours.
had to choose which channel for her.
Right. What does she like in particular?
We went actually for the Women's Cricket World Cup.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Enjoy that.
I think she. Yeah.
Hopefully she'll fill us in
one
when
of
we
her
get back.
favourites. Hopefully, yeah.
Stupid. Anyway, so we said to Dad, do you want to come on? And he's like, I have to see if I'm free. Then gets back on the blower and he's like, what, are you going to pay me? I was like, well, no, Dad, because we're not making any money, so you're definitely not.
Well,
Absolutely not.
You have been running your podcast for some time.
Yeah.
And it's only now where you must be short of material. You decided to invite me on.
Yeah,
No,
that's
well,
it.
as we mentioned earlier in the podcast, we've been asking for some feedback. And some of that feedback was get some guests on.
Yeah.
And we just thought immediately, Nigel, let's get him in.
Well, I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So,
But am I going to get paid?
No, of course you're not.
Absolutely not.
You're not going to
Yeah.
get paid
Unless this
anything.
episode somehow explodes and we get 10 billion downloads and we get a sponsor from it, then no.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm the Kingtern. I
Yeah.
make these decisions.
Yeah, exactly. So,
If there are any sponsors out there, please come forward.
yeah, what would you like to be sponsored by if you could be?
Oh, well, holiday companies.
Yeah.
I very much appreciate sponsorship by holiday companies, particularly activity holiday.
Yeah, you can say
Companies.
them.
You can say,
Am I allowed
you can
to
say
say-
both
Yeah.
of them, I
I'm
think.
allowed to say Mark Warner and Nielsen?
You're allowed to
Yeah.
say Mark Warner
Oh,
and
okay.
Nielsen.
And then whichever one comes through is obviously when going forward. That's the only one we wanted anyway. We didn't like the other one.
Yeah. I'm prepared to plump for just one of
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
as long as it's a good deal. And I like at least 3 holidays a year, by the way.
And then
Activity holidays.
We could film the pod from the holiday as well.
We could have done. I could have done that earlier this year.
Yeah.
On the holidays.
Although we would have to find a break in your schedule of lying on the hammock all day, drinking beer, not moving.
If you recall, it's not lying. Well, it's not really a hammock, is it? It's
A wigwam.
Like a wigwam, yeah.
Teepee.
But it's very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
And fortunately, it's about 3 yards from the bar,
Yeah.
which is also very, very comfortable.
Okay,
We're
so
digressing here.
if you see us film a holiday episode, just please bear with because Nigel might be horizontal for it, but
He looks
will.
like a rotisserie chicken being cooked, doesn't he? Just like lies there, just going more and more brown. In a nice way, obviously.
Yeah, but in between the activities, it is an activity holiday.
You play tennis
I play
like
tennis,
1
I
hour.
play paddle, I play pickleball, currently pickleball champion at one resort. Just that I dropped that one in.
You must have had a very good partner.
Well, you shared the partners around,
Okay.
but there was
bet
one.
you did.
There was
Keys
a
in the bowl kind of vibe.
there was a yeah, that came out wrong. Didn't it?
No wonder you
Sorry,
won.
Leona.
So, yeah, basically, we're now going to do things that get our knickers in a twist.
Right.
I thought because we've got a special guest here, maybe we would talk about things that like get my knickers in a twist about you, things that get your knickers in a twist about me.
I can just be the independent adjudicator, I think,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
as mentioned earlier, people hate knickers in a twist, so I'm just going to sit here probably quite quietly, upset.
Yeah. No, yeah, but we're still doing knickers in a twist. We're just not having you drilling them. I think that just it was ruining the flow. That's all.
That's it. If you enjoy the drilling, please let me know. Maybe I can set up a separate channel where I just drill knickers and we can watch that.
Oh. Like, are you going to let your son-in-law say stuff like that?
Prospective son-in-law. There's still time for change.
You've recently changed it to future in a you commented
I
on
can
a video
always,
saying
I can always
future.
go backwards.
I
I
got
haven't made a
upgraded to
solid
future.
commitment.
Okay, I'm back to perspective. Sorry.
Have you got something about me that annoys you?
Oh, where can I start?
There's a long list, surely.
No. Actually, recently you've improved. We get on quite well now, don't we?
Yeah, we
There
do.
there was a stage where we were. I don't know. It was
Just getting on our tits.
yeah.
Yeah. it
Particularly as
Yours are bigger than
I
mine,
was
so it's
doing
worth-
well. Yeah.
You were doing it for the both of
Yeah.
us.
But no. We get on famously well. Actually, you took me out for a drink in the local pub, didn't you?
Yeah, I
on
did.
Friday.
Yeah, I
And
paid for 2 rounds.
normally I get told, okay, you can have one drink,
Yeah.
and then it's non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
And this time you bought me 3, didn't you?
Wow.
Yeah,
Good
I must
night.
have been trying to manipulate some kind of situation, but I can't work out what it would have
Do you
been.
realise we spoke for 2.5 hours
I know.
without there being any awkward silences?
Well, it was
Is
a
that
rocky
why it's all
start.
like a bit awkward and clunky today?
No.
You used to pull your
We've used
conversation
well,
on Friday.
we couldn't like talk afterwards. We had to have a few days off.
Well, you
because
had to
there's
go
nothing
home,
left to
didn't
say.
you?
Yeah,
Immediately
yeah.
afterwards,
It
yeah.
was. This is something that gets my knickers in a twist about Dad. Is that he would actually rather stay in with Luna than do something with me, because I asked you, "Oh, Dad, Mum's going to yoga, whatever, on Friday night. Why don't I take you to the pub?"
Yeah.
And you responded. I said, "Oh, why don't we stay in? I'll get
No,
you
no.
Wagamama's."
You said, why don't we stay in and I'll get a takeaway, a
Yeah.
Wagamama,
Pardon?
whatever it is. Whatever that brand is.
Yeah. And you were like, yeah, maybe. Then I was like, "Oh, Dad, I'll take you to the pub." And you were like, yeah, maybe. There was no
Yeah.
vibe. Like, you're never like really like, yeah, can't wait.
No.
It felt like it was a bit of an effort for you when I was
Friday
doing it
night's
for
a
you.
dog sitting night. Leonie's at yoga. I dog sit.
Yeah.
I
There
think
might
he
be
also
some-
knew as a last resort. The only reason you were doing that was because I was busy.
No, that's not true.
And I'm quite tired because I played paddle during the day. And I've got paddle on Saturday. And I've got paddle on Sunday. And I had paddle on Monday.
Right.
Oh, and I've got paddle tonight.
Okay. Is he just showing off at this point?
Well, no, I think what he's done there is actually quite a nice segue into what we're actually talking about this episode.
Yeah,
Because I
it's
don't
a very
think you
good
mentioned it
idea.
at the top as
No,
you were meant
sorry,
to
I
do.
didn't.
So do you want to tell our kind viewers and listeners what the whole episode's about?
Yeah, so this episode is all about hobbies, or like things that you do with your spare time, what it says about you, and what we think are good hobbies, bad hobbies, shit hobbies, whatever else. That's why we've got Dad here as well. Or like special interests as well, because I think you might find that quite interesting. With this particular Dad. Dad's actually brought in a show and tell. So sorry if you're audio listeners, we'll have to get Dad to do some good explaining. But if you're watching, you're in for some real treats. He's brought you all his favourite things, haven't you?
Well, not all my favourite things.
Did
but
you bring your
some of my favourite-
spoon?
I haven't brought my spoon.
No, you wouldn't risk that.
I wouldn't
Taking
risk
the spoon
that.
out of the house.
Yeah. Anything could have happened in transit to the spoon.
Mum says you started to get a bit funny as well about a fork. You've now got a particular fork.
Oh, there is one fork. It's a particularly sturdy fork.
Yeah.
And it's got a little hole at the end of it.
Right.
And I find it. I feel at home with it.
So instead of our lousy advice of the week, I thought instead we'd get Dad to talk you through some of his interests and hobbies. So Dad, take the floor.
Okay, so there are 3 I can think of.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
All right. One of them we've already mentioned, and that is playing paddle. I absolutely love playing paddle. I come from a background of playing football, cricket, table tennis.
Oh, didn't you?
Can I just
Squash.
interject on the football?
Yeah.
So the first time I met Nigel, unbeknown to Holly and her brother Tom, this is new news to them as well. He told me he used to play for Chelsea football, and I was like, "Wow, that is why didn't you tell me your dad used to play for Chelsea?" And Holly's like, "I didn't know either." Turned out he didn't. He just made it up.
Not 100%.
He was trying to impress me more than I was trying to impress him.
Not 100% true, but we won't go into the details. Anyway,
So you said to Rory, I used to play for Chelsea. What does that actually mean?
it means I had trials for Chelsea.
But what age?
11.
You
Okay.
were 11.
Our sportsmaster used to be the England amateur football captain.
Right.
Right, and he used to manage Sutton United and ended up managing the England under-18s. And he put me forward for a trial.
So it was a bit of nepotism. It wasn't actual skill.
Well, we weren't in the same family.
No, okay.
but,
Yeah, come on, Rory.
yeah.
If you're going to give him a name, make sure it's at least correct. So the first one is Dad loves paddle.
Yeah, so I love paddle. As I say,
pretty normal.
before I was rudely interrupted, I've got a background
That is how podcasts work.
Okay, what we're going to do now is let Nigel talk for the next half an hour, and we're not going to interject.
That's all
That's
right.
going to monologue.
It's okay. I'll be reasonably quick. So I have a background in kind of racket sports, and I used to play a lot of tennis. Anyway, now I'm getting old. I'm a bit slow. I was a bit podgy, but now I'm the new slim me.
That six-pack is nearly popping through.
Well, yeah, it's nearly.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway, so now I play paddle. So I've joined one club, then I joined another club. So I play probably 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And it's really good fun. You get to meet loads of people. I know it sounds really cliched, but you do get to meet loads of people because a lot more people can play paddle and have a half decent match.
And can I just request a quick interject, please? Is that okay?
Yeah, make it quick. Yeah.
So Nigel's mentioned there that he plays 4 to 5 times a week, which is quite a lot. And we've been asking if we can play with him for the past God knows how many months. And he's always busy.
No, but it's because he thinks you're shit. That's why.
Is that why?
Yeah, he doesn't waste his time.
There are several reasons. One is that I am very busy playing paddle.
And feeding the dog.
But these with random people. What about your family, your prospective son-in-law?
I do think you might be shit.
Yeah, I am.
And if you recall, I did actually book to play with the two of you before one of you decided that it was too much effort and didn't want to play.
Yeah, exactly. This is last week. Me, Holly, and Nigel booked to go to a social together. Yeah. Holly backs out, and I was like, okay, fine. At least I've got Nigel that I know going. He then says, oh, because Holly's not going, I'm not going to go either.
Yeah,
so
that's because there was a 2-hour social at one of my other clubs where I could play some decent players.
Right, anyway, I think we're talking about paddle too much here. Even I'm bored. You're both my family. So, okay, first one's paddle. Get rid of that.
Okay.
Very good. Next.
Okay, so this one, Leonie loves to have a little chuckle over. Leonie loves to have a little chuckle, as does Holly.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Leonie's my mum, for context.
Right, so I've always had an interest in aircraft, particularly civil aircraft.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by the physics of it, how they get in the air and stay in the air. I'm fascinated by the economics of it.
Yeah. And you're also fascinated, by it crashing. Every evening we'd have to watch Air Crash Investigation.
Air Crash Investigation is probably my favourite programme.
And then we'd wonder why then when we went on holiday that I'd be in tears trying to get on the plane because Dad's made us watch Air Crash Investigation.
You always wondered why I'd always book seats at the back of the plane because statistically that's your better chance of surviving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you do now. You see, that's how I was looking after you from a young age.
Okay, so carry on. Sorry.
Okay, so I would travel sometimes to Gatwick or to Heathrow, and my mum used to like coming with me. She always liked to trip out. So we'd get on the bus because my mum couldn't drive. Yeah. And we'd go up to Heathrow or go down to Gatwick and I'd have to get my special kit out. Yeah. And my special kit was comprised of my telescope.
For audio listeners, he's now showing us how a telescope works.
My airband radio, although this is the more modern, smaller version.
Should I ask about the telescope?
Yeah.
When does a telescope then become a monocular? Like what's the length of a telescope that's actually a monocular?
Who cares?
I don't give a shit, Rory. to be quite honest. Anyway,
I just got told.
Okay, we finished that question.
I think what that means is Nigel doesn't know.
And also, any good aircraft spotter has to have a book. And in that book, it logs all the registration numbers and construction numbers of every aircraft, every civil aircraft in every airline around the world.
Yeah, Dad's got this, for people that can't see, he's got this book from maybe 1901.
It looks like it's 86.
1986.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Of all different planes. It's a thick book that he's holding up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you go to a specific page in it or would you just slowly work your way through it?
Is that the kind of thing you'd read when you were sat on the toilet?
It's not something you read, Rory. It's something you reference. So I'm at Gatwick.
Yeah.
Okay. I see an Air New Zealand DC-10. Uh-huh. What's the first thing I do? I look up Air New Zealand.
Yeah.
I look up the registration of the particular thing. And then, obviously, you underline it to illustrate that you've seen it. Uh-huh. And you put a little code there to say, I saw it at Gatwick on such and such a date.
So that book is just you confirming what you've just seen?
It's me logging what I've just seen.
What's the point?
You seem bemused. I don't quite understand.
But what is the point in writing down that you've just seen something?
Because now you put
you actually don't know.
Now you put it like that, it does seem a bit of an odd thing to have done. However, in the day, it was just like, you'd look at trains and you'd log which
Yeah, but still.
engines you've seen
So
or
you did that
something.
as well.
But this had an international element to it, as opposed to
Obviously.
looking at Southern Rail.
So do you look down on train spotters?
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
And bus spotters.
Bus
spotters?
spotters? I didn't know that was a thing.
This is international.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Dan's second interest, planes. Was there any more to that, or was that kind of everything? You like to
I
look
think
at
that's
flight
given you quite a
radar.
rounded background as to how to play the
Yeah.
spot, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
I think that was very good. Yeah,
And of course,
well done.
actually, I should mention,
Oh,
over
yeah, you
time,
should.
things have changed with
Right.
technology.
Yeah.
So now, of course, you've got Flight Radar 24.
Yeah.
So you can, whereas before it was always difficult when a plane went over the top. You didn't know what its registration
That is
number
really
was.
difficult.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
And sometimes I'd have to phone up Lufthansa. Would you mind telling me the registration?
You
You'd have to.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Well,
Where's
to get the
the have?
registration number.
Oh, right. What, for that book?
Yeah. So I could log it in my book. See, you're learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But of
yeah,
course, now you don't have to, because you go on Flight Radar 24 and it will tell you what the registration number is.
Does that not take some of the fun out of it, though?
No.
Because it's just like all getting done
but
for
that's
you.
What
like
it
talking
means
to
is you can
people.
make more underlinings in your book.
Oh, you can still cross them off.
Oh, you
Okay,
can still
fine.
cross them off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good. I think that's all we've got time for.
He's
Dad's
got something
second
else
one.
down
you
there.
got something else?
Yeah.
What else
Well,
is there?
no, it was really just to illustrate my gadgets.
Is there any reason you're on your phone?
Yes.
He's bored. He's also bored because he's done his bit. He's like, right, I'm done.
I was looking to see what the time is. This is nearly over. So anyway, so at the start of a month is always a very interesting time, and also this time of year, because you get the annual Android update. Right?
Sorry.
So
Are we fishing for Android sponsor now as well?
I'm not fishing, but a Pixel 10 Pro would go
Okay.
down very nicely. But it's when you're a gadget freak, it's one of the great times of year because you get all the updates.
Nice.
So I've just had the Android 16 update for my
Bear in
Pixel.
mind, my dad right now, he's talking about his phone. You know,
My
when you
Pixel
update your
7.
phone overnight, he's just talking about that. That's his next special interest.
No. There's an annual update,
Yes.
and then you get monthly updates. So that's why it's like all the stars have aligned because I've got the annual update
Oh, that's
with
nice.
Android 16,
Yeah.
and then you've got the monthly update.
Wow.
Right?
It's a bit like for like girls that are quite into like astrology. It's a bit like when there's a full moon, but also a red moon, so you can like do your manifestations and stuff. Is that like the vibe for you? But gadgety, loads of updates.
I think so. I'm not sure if you've explained it particularly well.
No, I think
but-
I did.
Did you?
So what is
Well,
so
let's say
special
yes
about this
then.
update? Considering all you do on this phone is type with one finger and say okay
No,
to
no,
me,
no.
you ignore Rory.
No, but it's better than just the phone updating.
Oh,
Because at the same time, the watch has updated.
wow.
So they interface
Yeah.
closer together.
That's so good.
So
If anyone's
What's
still
happening?
listening, I promise you it's going to improve. Dad is nearly done on his special interests.
yeah. So
Dad's also got 7 iPads, which I think is quite fascinating.
no, I've got a collection of
do.
iPads,
How many?
Samsung tablets,
Yeah.
um,
Chromebooks as well.
Amazon Fire tablets.
How many tablets do you genuinely think you've got?
And I've also got a Lenovo tablet. That's my latest one.
Yeah, how many do you think you've got in total?
Probably 9 or 10. But they're of different sizes.
Perfect.
I've never seen you on one of these tablets.
Haven't you?
Never.
No, you've seen
I've heard about the tablets and I've seen them, but I've never seen you using one of
No,
the
you
tablets.
see me on the plane watching a movie.
But
No,
you
I
don't
don't
need
think so.
7 tablets to go to Greece once
Because
a
I
year,
purposely
do you?
don't sit near you on the plane.
Oh, and I've got several Kindles as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
What do you read?
Books about gadgets.
That was really interesting, wasn't it, guys? Comment
If you-
below if you thought that was
If
interesting.
you thought that was interesting, fascinating, exciting, get in the comments.
Yeah, Dad,
Like,
and also
actually, it was
Dad
interesting.
Dad is in quite a lot of my videos, and he absolutely loves this. Like, I'm an attention seeker, but Dad is like a 10,000% attention seeker. And if Dad's in one of my videos, he will watch it. My mum says she can hear it all day from the moment he wakes up, from the moment he goes to sleep, him watching himself back in the video and reading all the comments.
Yeah, but the background to this is, and you know very well, when we make these videos, particularly if it's a family group, we have such a good time making them.
Yeah.
A really, really, really fun time.
Yeah.
And most of the videos are the first take, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Because
We're so good.
Well, I don't know if we're so good, but we say what we want to say. So
Dad's trying to sound heartfelt because he's trying to ignore the fact that he just likes watching himself back, but you do just like watching yourself back.
I do. I must admit, I thoroughly enjoy reading the comments.
He does.
I really enjoy the comments.
Particularly in one video, I said something about, Dad thinks even though he's 65 or whatever you are.
You
He's
said
66?
over 60. I'm 64.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, right, fair. But Dad, I said, like, Dad thinks everyone fancies him because he does, like, deep down. You do think everyone still fancies
you. make me sound vain.
Yeah, which you are. And so some of the comments were people saying, like, oh, yeah, I fancy Nigel. And my mum was like, that was Dad's best day of the year. Like,
No,
reading
one
those
of them,
comments.
and the recent one, it says, I'm a man of beekeeping age.
Oh, right.
And I've got no idea.
I don't know what that means.
And I was like, what does that mean?
Man of beekeeping
Yeah, and I actually put
I'd assume that's someone quite old. You've got a walkie-talkie.
I think I've already mentioned my airband radio.
Yeah, he
Has
has.
he?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Walkie-talkie.
I think I'd
Piss him
switched off during
It,
that bit.
it was as if you weren't listening to me, Rory.
Well, I was told I wasn't allowed to talk, so I was like, if I'm not talking,
it was as
then I'm
if
not
you
going to
were
listen.
bored and lost interest completely. Anyway, we'll sidestep that.
So first I thought we'd kind of discuss, what do you think is the main point of having a hobby?
Well, as I've recently retired, I've got plenty of time during the day.
Yeah.
So I want to do something that keeps me occupied, is very social,
Yeah.
and keeps me fit.
Nice.
There we
Very
go.
concise.
Yeah.
It's also
I'm not
because
sure I
you
can
like-
beat that answer.
Well,
that was kind of bang
also-
on.
Dad's reason is also so that he can go for a beer afterwards.
No, those days are long gone.
Are they?
No, the days when I used to go and play tennis purely as a reason to go for a beer afterwards are long
Yeah,
gone.
okay,
Now I'm there
fine.
for the sport,
Are you?
the activity.
We're trying to get Dad on the
social
weights
interaction.
into the gym. He's got a friend called Simon that sometimes I would see on the running machine, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm meeting your dad afterwards for a coffee," and that's because all the other mateys would be doing some form of exercise and then meeting in the gym for a coffee, whereas Dad would just turn up as the coffee started, sack off the other bit.
Look, I'm quite fit. I do lots of exercise. I just don't like going in the gym and staring at a machine or staring at a screen.
You can
I
normally
like to
do
be
that,
out in the
just
open
stare.
air
Yeah.
and playing some competitive sport.
You're so right.
No, I agree. It's way more boring doing that, isn't it?
I agree.
I agree. Look at us two agreeing.
Because I look at your
Father-in-law.
Brown nosing
Yeah.
Dad, which is embarrassing.
I know, but I think I was being a bit mean to him earlier, so I'm being a bit nicer again now.
No.
Yeah, you have been on the edge recently, Roy.
He has got a bit big for his boots,
I
hasn't
don't
he?
have big for his boots, but he's been a bit more forceful.
Has he?
Yeah, he's
Do you
been a
still
bit
think I
more,
should
a
marry
bit
him?
more opinionated.
Yeah.
dear.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a job
Shall I go back to speaking when spoken to?
I think you ought to.
Okay,
I think you need to show
sorry.
your elder some respect.
Yeah, I would say the main point of having a hobby, I think, is so you can kind of tell people about it. Like, I quite like to be able to show off and be like, oh, yeah, I'm playing paddle, I'm playing pickleball, I'm doing this and doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes me seem a little bit more interesting than I actually am.
Yeah.
It definitely does. But what I think's actually good about having hobbies is the times when you're at the pub and you're talking to your friends. You've then actually got something to talk about. So it means that because a lot of people
you've got to talk about. Roy.
no, but a lot of people's hobbies going to the pub and talking to their friends, but like you run out of things to talk about because you haven't got other things to talk about outside of that. Whereas once you've got hobbies, you then go to the pub and you can then just talk about your hobbies at the pub.
That's what you
But
do.
you-
You just talk at people.
You could always talk about current affairs or.
Yeah, but Holly
the arts
doesn't
or-
keep up with those things.
Yes,
so
I do. The
Oh
arts.
yeah, okay. So if you're talking to Holly, that's a completely different matter.
Sorry, Dad, coming from
Or let's
you.
talk about
Arts.
Zumba.
Dad, you've got the conversationist skills of a big toe.
I think some people would disagree with that.
You just talk at people about something you're interested in.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Like me and Dad, we don't have a conversation. Neither of us ask questions to each other. We just take it in turns to bleat at each other. Like I'll be like blah blah blah, and then you'll be like anyway blah blah blah. It's quite funny because if you also met my nan, who's 99 actually, she is the same as Dad. Like
Yeah.
she just loves like you'll go and see her. And you'll be like, hi, like, how are you? And she'll be like, do you know what the bus timetable's doing at the minute? Do you know what the S1's going? Do you know what the 166 is doing? And you're like, you haven't got a bus in 20 years. But still, that is all you want to talk about is the bus routes.
Yeah, there is a distinct similarity between my mother and I.
Just sharing information.
But
So,
you've done well to avoid it from me.
well, I think that's because I have got a
You've
mix
picked
of
up other
mum.
bits. Yeah, but you've definitely picked up some of that side from him.
There's a lot of Dad, but there's also quite a bit of mum, I think, which kind of helped me out.
I think you're mostly him.
No, I'm not.
You are. I think Holly's about 90% you, 10% Leonie.
I would say, yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
looks
because
wise,
Thomas's
definitely.
mum.
Dad looks like Boris Johnson. And
I
Tom
don't
would
look
happily-
anything like Boris Johnson.
You
You
did.
do.
I do not look
You
anything
say
like
that.
Boris
You
Johnson.
look a lot like
I
him.
don't.
Didn't
I
someone
don't.
come
Other than
up
I've
to
got
you?
fair hair, and he's got a large nose, but otherwise, no.
Really?
Stay home. Stay safe. Save the NHS. That was nothing like him.
Okay, so we thought we'd
Well,
go on to
yeah.
now. This podcast is all over
This
the
is
place.
all over the place. This is like being back on the first episode.
Yeah, it is. What is that? People are going to regret asking for a guest and now getting this shit
Yeah.
episode.
Careful what you wish for, because this is what's happened. I'm sat on this really uncomfortable chair.
I must admit,
Nigel's-
this,
yeah,
this
that
is
one's lovely,
really
isn't it?
comfortable, Yeah.
I'm sat here. I've been told I'm not allowed to talk. Also, I've
Well-
been told potentially no longer prospective son-in-law.
No, you can talk as long as you say the right things.
Anyway, we're going to go through what does your hobby say about you and your love life, and like, is it a hobby or is it a cry for help? So like, how do you envision people with these hobbies kind of vibe?
Okay.
So
You get
there's
it.
3 questions to each bullet.
Yeah, so this is kind of quick fire.
So should we do an example? I'll ask you the first one.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Holly, 3 questions. What
Yeah.
does this hobby say about the person that does it?
Yeah.
Their love life, and is it a hobby or is it a cry for help?
Okay.
Fishing.
When I picture fishing, all I can picture is the boys in my like junior school that were really naughty that now every weekend are putting up a Facebook picture of them with this massive fish being like, tuna, £7.9 per fish.
When they're
Tuna.
catching a tuna for
Yeah.
£7.
I don't know what they're
Bigger than that.
catching. That's the only people that I see fishing.
I went to Thames and caught a tuna.
No, I don't know exactly it. Their love life,
Uh-huh.
I think they're still with their girlfriend from when they were 15.
Okay.
I think the girlfriend's actually...
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they would have cheated by now.
What, this is where I was getting to.
Yeah.
I do think, for some reason, people that fish give me cheating vibes.
Yeah.
And like, they are going away to fish for their tuna, but I think they're shagging in that tent while they're there and then coming back.
But really? I don't think they're shagging on the fishing trip.
Do you not think? They're
You think-
shagging
you think
somewhere.
someone's going to
No.
shag someone in a fishing tent?
Yeah.
All the
Come
maggots
in-
crawling around.
Yeah, come in with the maggots and the slimy slime
Yeah,
from
well,
the fish.
I don't know.
think so.
That's what I think. I think they're a bit of a shagger.
Yeah.
And I think they're a bit of a Facebook poster. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
What do you think, Dad?
I don't think it's great for the love life. You go fishing
you not
because you
think?
spend a lot of time away from your loved one.
True.
Okay, as mentioned, you need to cultivate the maggots at home.
Do you?
Which is not a great thing with the for the
We could do
wife
that with
or
our
the partner to say, do you want to come into the garage? We'll just check the maggots.
Yeah.
You know? And then if you're lucky enough to actually catch a fish, they stink.
True.
So, hi dear, I'm home. Oh, I just smell a little bit
So-
of fish slime.
So what do you think of people that fish? What kind of vibe are they?
Well,
You
no, I think it's relaxing. I used to go fishing.
Oh, that's why you're respecting it. 'Cause I
No,
was like, why are you being so
because
nice?
I never
you're a
I never
fisherman.
used to actually catch very much.
Oh,
so
right.
it would be.
Was that because, like, out of care for the animals, or that you weren't very good?
Well, I wasn't actually catching animals, but
It's a
I was
fish,
catching
Rory. He's
fish.
pedantic. Come on.
Yeah.
You can't say shit like that to Dad. He'll catch you out.
It's an animal, isn't it?
don't think so.
A fish.
Oh, yeah, it's an animal. It's just not a mammal.
I don't think it's an
Oh,
animal.
shit. Have you just been caught out?
Alex does a lot of fact checking. I can see he's doing it right now.
You corrected Rory earlier when you used the correct term for nepotism as well. It isn't exclusive.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't want to.
Shit.
Oh,
Thanks.
Rory,
I was waiting for you to come in because I was like, if I try and correct him, it's going to start an argument.
I apologise profusely, Rory.
I've never seen Dad apologise. Mum needs this video.
Is a fish an animal?
Yes.
Yes. Wrong again, Nigel.
He's going to cry.
Okay, sorry, sorry. I was asking a nice question. Nigel came at me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
we can edit that
I feel
out.
like, yeah, we need to... Should we move on? Let's move to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. What does this hobby say about you? I don't even know if you're going to know what this is. Reformer Pilates.
I know what Pilates is. What's Reformer Pilates?
Yeah, it's like the posh one, the one in Banstead where it's like got the machine that you're using. It's like £25 a session.
It's
Oh, right.
incredibly
Pilates.
expensive.
Oh, is it?
What do you
and
think?
Is it just a trend? Is it something
Yes,
that's
it's very much for
die out
Instagram
quite-
kind of vibes.
quite quickly?
No, I think it's
What do I
quite
think
cool.
about it? Well, I know you went there,
Yeah.
and you came back and said, "Oh, it was wonderful.
I don't sound like that, but thank you.
Yeah.
But you love it, don't you?
Yeah, I like it. What do you think it says about someone?
But what's the difference? What was the benefit of the reformer element of it versus
Just looks
your
more
normal
big time.
Pilates?
It costs more, so you can then show off a bit more about it on Instagram.
It comes back to the social interaction afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've been to reformer.
Yeah, exactly. It's more to tell people you've done it.
So what do you think? What do you think of a
Because
reformer
Pilates
person?
isn't cool. Pilates has been around forever. No one really did Pilates other than like the odd class I actually went to. So I was actually more of an OG Pilates. All these people sat on their reformer machine. I was doing Pilates years ago. It was me and loads of 70-year-old women.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like, "Ooh, Pilates is cool." Yeah, no, it's not.
So Mum does Pilates to try and fix her hip.
exactly.
How are we going to make this into a podcast episode? Sorry, this is such shit. It's more what do you think? What kind of person does reformer?
As I was saying, I think it's someone that wants to try and show off. It's someone that's obsessed with doing it for the gram. They want people.
bring you Holly Morris.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's someone that's like very like aesthetic photos they can take, and also someone that can maybe go for a coffee after with their girlfriends and say, "Oh, we've just done reformer." It's probably not that hard, but all they're going to go, "Oh, it's so hard."
It would be, "Oh, have you done reformer Pilates?"
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to. It's wonderful.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and what do you think about their love life?
I think
Sad.
Right, next, what does your hobby say about you? Golf.
Oh, really sad.
Pardon? Hello.
Really sad. No, actually, but you play with Holly now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
why is it
hardly
so
ever.
sad?
I'm never
No, it's not.
invited.
I shouldn't have said that. I withdraw the comment.
I think golf is men's excuse, and I saw someone say this, to actually go for a walk with one of their friends and actually talk about things. I think you would never be like to your mate, "Oh, should we go for a walk?" Golf gives you an excuse to actually do something like that's like that, and maybe have a bit of a heartfelt moment, because you wouldn't be able to do that naturally. You wouldn't be able to say to your mate, "Oh, should we go for a coffee?" You'd have to be like,
I don't
"Oh,
think
mate, we'll play golf." Yeah.
No,
So how's it going with your bird? Yeah.
that's so wrong, and you'll agree with me that that's so wrong, because
Oh,
when I
yeah.
go and play golf with my friends, I'll get back from the golf, and Holly will say, "Oh, like how was so and so," or like, you know, how's so and so's new job, or like how's their relationship going? I'm like, I don't know. We didn't talk about that.
This is
We maybe spoke
insane.
about the football for a bit. Mainly, we just said, "Oh, good shot," or "Ooh, that'll play," or "Oh, I'll help you find that one," or "If you found it," that kind of thing.
This is what annoys
It's mainly
me
just
with
talk about golf and like, I don't know, very little in between.
I don't mind Rory going to golf for like 4 hours, like fine, whatever, because I expect when he comes back to come back with some juicy gossip. Like Rory could get back from golf and his partner could have got divorced. She could have ran off with her friend at work. Like the most dramatic thing could have happened and he still would not have any intel whatsoever. And that is what bothers me. I'm like, how can you meet up with this person for all these hours and come back with no information? Like, what could you possibly be talking about? And this will be Rory's friend of like 20 years. He's got nothing. He doesn't even know what his surname is. I'm like, how did boys never get to a point where you're going to ask them anything about themselves?
I can only really focus on playing golf if I'm playing golf. If I was like off talking about a divorce, I wouldn't be able to focus on my game. And that's more important.
Okay, fine, whatever. Right, next one. Crochet. Dad likes a bit of crochet, haven't you? Those mittens you've been working on.
I'm unaware that I have an interest in crochet. Do please tell me about it.
I actually think people that do crochet are actually full of shit, because I tried crochet. I bought a little kit from TK Maxx. It was £4. I was going to make this crochet little toy frog. And I was like, this is the perfect thing in the evening to get me off my phone. I started doing it and I was like, I can't get the first knot. So I was like, I watched a YouTube video. What's a YouTube video? Still couldn't do it. Watched another one. I watched 5 and I still couldn't get that first knot. I was then absolutely livid, like less relaxed than I would have been just doom scrolling on TikTok. And you were there.
Yeah.
I was losing my shit.
Holly was actually really annoyed, like really, really annoyed.
Like tears in my
To the point
eyes.
where I thought I'd done something wrong and I was in the doghouse, because we were just sat watching TV and I was like, I think I asked you a question. You were like, no, not right now. I'm watching the video. I was like, what? And you just kept all you were trying to do is thread this bit of string
I
around a
know.
needle.
They're full of shit. Anyone that's saying, I'll do this crochet thing to be relaxing, it's actually not. You'd have to be like the Mensa to be able to do it. It actually does not work. And
I want to try and give it a go. I hope it's just you. If I try it, maybe I can do it.
No.
So it sounds like it's not particularly good for social interaction.
No, it's not. It's not very good at
Crochet,
all.
no, I think, yeah, so to go back to our set of questions, I think...
Hello?
Sorry, I'm getting a bit nervous sat next to father-in-law here, who seems to be disliking me
Perspective
more and more as
father-in-law.
this episode goes on. Yeah, it's obviously, I think crochet says about someone that they probably don't want a hobby that involves socialising.
Well, I also think if it comes to their love life, I think someone that does crochet is probably single, and not because I think that it means that you wouldn't be able to meet someone, but I think it's because you couldn't possibly have, particularly if you're in a heterosexual relationship, a man bleating in your ear when you're trying to concentrate, because I actually think Rory is holding me back from being a good crocheter. If he didn't exist, I honestly think I'd be much better, because I'd be able to not have someone trying to chat when I'm trying to watch a YouTube video, and I'd be less stressed maybe from the day, and I could actually focus on crocheting. So
Okay.
I think people that crochet have actually got it right, because you're intelligent and you haven't got someone that's getting in your way of getting on with your dreams and your passions.
So which do you prefer, Rory or crochet?
Well, it's a bit late, isn't it?
If it's crochet, that's not looking good for me,
That
because you
frog
absolutely
did look
hated
fun.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, true, fair. I think, what does your hobby say about you? If your hobby is going to the pub, it depends how old you are. I think if you're in your 20s and you're still like living it large, fair enough. I think when you reach like your 30s and you're still going, that your hobby is going to the pub, I feel like at that point you're still trying to be 24 and it's not quite happening. What do you think?
Yeah,
You've got to let it die.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to disagree, but I do actually agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I think early 20s, just get stuck into the pub. But then
Single,
like
snogging, vibes.
the hangovers
like,
just get too much though at 30, and you
Yeah.
can't do it every day.
No, I agree.
Whereas now, as I was saying before, like a mix, hobbies, and then you get to the pub and you talk about the hobbies at the pub.
Yeah.
So you don't write off the pub, but don't have the pub as the only hobby.
Yeah.
And also, sometimes you go to the pub to watch some sport. Good communal
Yeah,
place.
true.
I don't know why this has turned so serious. I was trying to make that fun, and you two are like, yes, it is good to go to the pub sometimes, but you do end up with a hangover.
We don't want
and
to
yeah, so
lose-
you can watch some sport there. These are the kind of podcasts that we see the clips of people getting clipped.
It was almost as if there were some bullet points there.
I know, like people are not listening to this for actual advice. You do know that.
We don't want to lose any fans though that are big pub goers, do they? We
Oh, you're
don't
just
want to
sitting on
offend
the
them.
fence.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
we
you're
don't
not.
want to offend
Then
them.
you're not saying anything. Just water's wet. Yes, I go to the pub and I mix it with a hobby. Like, who gives a fuck?
Okay,
Rory.
well, Holly doesn't go to the pub. Okay, fine. Let's be honest. You don't. Holly hates the pub. I love the pub. Nigel loves the pub.
Yeah.
We've got 2 pub lovers over here. We've got 1 pub hater. So
Yeah.
why do you hate the pub? Let us know.
It's boring as hell. It's so
So
boring.
the 2.5 hours you spent with me last Friday, were they boring as hell?
I was taking you out. I was doing a good deed. I was taking a pensioner out of his home, taking him in there, getting him in. There you go, Nigel. Enjoy your drink. You had a nice week. Then I was toddling him back in the car, tucking him in.
Toddled him.
Night. That's what I was doing. I was doing a deed for society.
Okay, that was very good of you. Thank you, darling.
No, I feel bad. No, you're nasty. 'Cause I know
I'm going
you're
now. We'll talk about that later.
Dad does the same as Rory. This is why people comment being like, oh, Holly, you're so harsh. Because you two, when you're here,
Yeah.
are acting like you're saints.
We are lovely guys.
You're joking.
We are. There's
No,
probably a
we
little
are.
angel, little halo
Dad
above our
won't
heads.
say a single thing in my video without being like, are you going to pay me for that or what?
No,
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah, I'm not going to pay you. Okay, next one is Warhammer. Do you know what that is, Dad?
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
How? It's the kind of thing you
This-
get
yeah,
into
it
It's a
seems
war
like it's a-
strategy game.
It's up
Yeah.
your street.
No, it's played on. I think it's a 6 foot by 4 foot.
How do you know this? But anyway, Warhammer is where they paint these little figurines and then they kind of have this fight, I think, and there's like shops for it as well. And I actually think these people are the dark horse because I think they would actually be a bit of a shagger.
I don't think they would. I've been into one before and it didn't smell like shagging.
Do you not think?
No.
I think potentially Warhammerers would meet someone on like World of Zelda, whatever it's called, like an online game, but then they would
You think
they would
so?
get down to it. Yeah.
Do you think they're, you know?
I think they're strategists.
He'd be there, his girlfriend. It'll be okay. Let's move the pieces. No bollocks. Let's just get them off the 6 by 4
yeah.
table
Do
and
it on
go
there.
to it.
Yes. I think so, yeah.
That would surely be, oh my
Yeah,
God. Especially
yeah.
if they're in fancy dress as well. That would be the absolute
Yeah,
pinnacle
it's
of their
role
life.
play. They got
Yeah.
I think they'll be into it. I think they'd be really good
So you
at
think
the
they
whole
do
thing.
shagging sessions at the
I think
workshop?
Warhammers are shaggers, but I just think they're not like needing to show off about
Warhammers.
it. No, sorry.
I don't think
like
you can call them
Warhammer
Warhammers.
players.
Yeah.
I think they're hammering.
Yeah. Hammering what?
Because they're also like they're quite smart, they're quite strategic. Like I just think they will have like they are researchers. I think they would have researched everything, and so they'd know what to do and how to do it. I don't think they'd
So you
be
think they'd
anything
also be
unturned.
very good at shagging as well?
I think so. I think if you had to go with a Warhammer, it'd be good. What do you think, Dad?
Just painted my figurine. I've just placed it strategically on the
Yeah.
surface. But God, I'd love to you. You know.
You did. That was a bit weird watching that happen because Nigel just said that staring into Holly's eyes. I'm feeling more and more uncomfortable sat here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
For
good.
God, I'd love to.
Oh God, Boris! Don't say it to them at home. Boris Johnson's new slogan.
Well, how appropriate for Boris Johnson.
This is really okay. Let's.
Carrie, you might be
off.
watching this actually.
Who?
Carrie, his wife.
Oh my God, his wife follows me.
His wife
really?
commented on our
Oh, right.
engagement post
She's
saying
going to want to
congrats.
shag you. You can say it directly to her. Sorry. If you're
Sorry,
watching.
Carrie and Boris, or not, who knows.
Dad's panicking now. He's
Yeah.
like, sorry, Carrie, I didn't mean it.
Yeah, let's instruct the lawyers.
Oh my God. Yeah,
we
we're not
have a
we're not
lawyer?
only not breaking even, we're getting sued by Boris Johnson.
Yeah, but the Warhammer community might get behind us. Because I bet no one else has called them shaggers.
Yeah, true. We've done
And
a
we
good
have.
deed there.
That is kind. I don't even know where to go from here. I think we move on.
What? Should we
The
do one more
final thing,
hobby or are
should
we
do-
moving on?
Should we do one more? Should we do
One more hobby.
instrument? Because Dad actually plays an instrument, don't you?
I know, I don't play it now, but when I was at school, at junior school,
Yeah.
I got selected for violin lessons, and it was absolutely awful.
Why did you get selected?
They did a suitability test.
Oh, right. What was that? Autism.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think the test was, will your parents pay for an instrument? And boy, did they suffer afterwards, because I'd be like, it would be like going,
Those listening are going to be really enjoying this little segment
Yeah, I
of
know.
you pretending
They'll
to
be
play
like,
the
"Get knickers
violin.
and
but it
twist
was,
back."
I don't know how my family managed to put up with it.
I know,
In
it's
fact,
very
if you speak to my
kind.
sister, she says she nearly left home because of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she moved out. Quite young.
It wouldn't surprise me,
Also living with you. So yeah,
Thank you.
that's all right.
darling.
You're very welcome.
Are we going to
okay.
speak about their love life or not?
Yeah. What do you think? Violinists, shouldn't they getting
I'm
some?
not sure. I'm not sure as I pulled when I was 11. Well, what have I been, about 8 probably,
Yeah. do you-
because I played the violin.
no.
I don't think.
You didn't pull.
I don't
But
think
do you
it
think
had
it
quite,
helped you in later life?
I don't think it had quite the pulling power of being
No.
an axe hero.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very
I
true.
think musicians are probably shagging more than non-musicians, aren't they?
You think so? I think.
Yeah.
I think if you're in an orchestra, because
Hmm.
also if you're a violinist, that's the largest number of instruments in an orchestra.
How do you know that?
It means you've got more choice.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, more
So-
options. Yeah, that's very true. So you
So,
don't think playing the
I think we're in
violin
with a
helped
shout.
you with
Oh,
your
yeah.
love life in your 20s?
I was
I
thinking
don't.
more
I
of...
don't. I don't think Mum married me because once upon a time I played the violin.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's kind of fair. Why do you think she did marry you?
I'm not too sure. Not 100% sure on that
A
one.
bit desperate.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think she needs to breed.
You know that thing you said to Holly earlier when you were pretending to be a Warhammerer? Did you say that to her? Or...
Can you not talk about my parents shagging?
I can't remember the exact phrase.
I don't think we need. If you do like Dad being on the podcast, let us know. We can get him on again. But if you don't like him, don't comment it because he won't recover for about 3 weeks. Because I can't take criticism, but Dad absolutely can't take criticism. So don't comment below if you don't enjoy it.
I think he's done a really good job. I think I could very much be out of the job soon.
Yeah, Dad, you were actually much more entertaining than I thought you were going to be.
Oh, I didn't consider it to be a job. I think it was just
yeah, you're not
interacting
getting
with
paid.
my daughter and my prospective son-in-law.
Yeah, exactly. Have you got any final words before we wrap this up?
Thank you for inviting me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Have you got anything to say
anything
to
about
the
hobbies?
And I hope I wasn't overly controversial or
No, you've been upset. Well, you'll be anything you said that was bad will be edited out anyway,
Okay,
so you won't
good.
be. No.
good.
Anything you want to say?
In that
to the
case, it was f***ing great.
There we go. I was like, oh God, I don't know what's coming out there. Anything you want to say to the audience? Do you want to say something in your Boris voice?
Down the lens.
Something motivational to people
What's
at home.
Boris's wife's called?
Carrie.
Oh God, what are you going to say to her?
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not to her.
No, okay.
I'll get an unfollow.
No. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
And if you had to give them one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't go on unless you get told you're going to be paid.
Yeah.
On to
great,
this.
that's a great piece of life advice there. You really sorted them out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. If you've enjoyed, it would really help us if you could follow the podcast on whatever platform you're on. If you could, can you like a podcast?
You can rate an episode.
Oh yeah, if you could rate the
also
episode,
comment on an episode,
and if you could comment, that would be really, really helpful. We also, if you wouldn't mind, we'd love if you could follow our social channels, which are That's Lousy Advice. Oh, and if you do listen and you do enjoy it, we'd love it if you'd share it on your story, because we're trying to reach more people.
Yeah.
Basically, we're more likely to be able to keep this going if we get a sponsor, and we'll get a sponsor if we get our listeners to a good amount.
We need
basically
people to pass it around a bit.
Yeah.
And we haven't really thought of how to do that. Maybe, sorry, Nigel, I'm bringing you back in. I know you said bye. You're back on.
Okay.
Have you got any ideas for how we can encourage people to spread the pod around and get more listeners?
No.
Oh, fair enough. We're doomed. This might be the last episode, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, anyway, thank you so much for listening. We really, really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Oh, Dad, at the end we go, and like we always say, don't take our word for it. Say you ready, and you're going to say it straight to Cam.
Okay.
Right, and like we always say,
Don't take our word for it.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Well done, Nigel.
Was that all right?